Hello, thanks so much for joining me today. Today we're going to do a practice for when we're just feeling quite tired, really. Maybe we've been really busy at work, maybe we've been out kind of celebrating a lot, burning the candle at both ends, as my mum would say. Maybe we have family that won't let us sleep, etc., etc., a bit of insomnia. This practice is just to kind of ease in gently into the day. It can also be done just before bed, just to kind of wind down and hopefully kind of promote good sleep habits anyway. So let's get into it. We're going to start lying down, which is always really nice whenever we're feeling a little bit tired. So just gently lowering down onto our back here. Bringing in the feet, planting the soles of the feet down onto the ground. Just relaxing down into your mat, having your palms facing up, closing down the eyes, gently having a gentle tuck of the chin into the chest. Breathing here. Noticing how the breath flows in through the body. Let's take one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. And we're inhaling here for a count of 4. And exhaling for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling for a count of 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling for a count of 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just taking a few moments here to continue with your own breath. Gently feeling that belly expand outwards on the inhale. And as you exhale, it sinks back down towards the mat. Just a few more breaths here. Just starting to reconnect back to your body, noticing how you're feeling today. Super. From here, just gently relaxing the legs by the side of the body. And from here, let's take a gentle lift with the pelvis. So we're tucking up the pelvis, pushing up the hips, using the glutes to lift the hips up towards the sky. And exhaling to gently roll vertebra by vertebra back down. And again, inhaling, lifting up, pushing firmly into the ground with our feet, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears, feeling that core maybe slightly engaged to stabilize us. Rolling back down. Inhaling, lifting up. And exhaling, rolling back down. From here, let's lift our feet up so we're coming into a 92-degree angle. Placing the palms of our hands onto our knees. And here I just want you to gently push into your hands while you push your knees into your hands. So you've got the two forces connecting. And you might just notice that your core is just starting to engage a little bit. So we're just starting to gently wake up the body. Making sure we're not arching too much into the spine. We want to have a neutral spine here. Breathing. And release that. Let's hug the right knee into the chest. Let the left leg go out long down across the mat. We can shift it a little bit from side to side, just getting into that hip flexor. Noticing how that feels. Maybe taking some little circles too. And when you're ready, let's just take that leg up, over, across the body, coming into a spinal twist. If you need some extra support, feel free to get a cushion or something to pop under that knee. Otherwise, just gently resting your hand on top of it, not trying to force it down. We want to try and make sure both shoulders are touching on the ground, looking the opposite way, maybe letting that opposite arm go out long. Just breathing here. Sometimes when I do this position, my spine makes all these kind of cracks, which is totally normal. It's just the joints kind of releasing all the pressure. One big breath here. Coming back up to center. Let's change sides. Send that leg out long, hugging in that opposite knee, bringing it all the way up into the chest. You can take it out to the side a little bit and then bring it in, making those little circles. Again, just noticing how one side feels compared to the other. No right or wrong. Breathing here, sending the breath all through the body, refreshing ourselves with the fresh oxygen. Okay, and now we take that knee across the side of the body, sending our arm out long. Maybe the gaze goes the opposite way. Relaxing down into the stretch, feeling that stretch all across the glute. I've got particularly tight side on this left side for sure. You can definitely feel it in the piriformis muscle, that really little muscle within our glutes. That's connected to the psoas and can get really tight really quickly. One more breath here. Inhaling, coming back up to center. Let's bring both knees into our chest. Just give ourselves a nice big hug. Maybe a releasing breath. Rocking gently from side to side. Let's take those legs up long. Feeling that stretch all along the back of the legs. Don't worry about trying to grab your toe, grab hold of your calves or even your thighs, just avoiding the back of the knee because we don't want to put too much pressure onto the knee joint. Breathing here. Oh, feeling a nice big stretch all along the back side of the body. From here we can open the legs out wide into a straddle position. If you feel more comfortable today, bending the knees, coming into our kind of classic happy baby, feel free just to bend the knees, grabbing hold of the soles of the feet, again, or the ankles, the calves, the thighs, whatever feels right in your body today. Otherwise, if you're comfortable, just straightening the legs as much as possible, taking them out nice and wide. Feeling that stretch across the hip flexors. Pointing the toes down to the floor, shoulders grounded down to the earth. Maybe gently taking a rock from side to side. Brilliant. Bringing our feet back together if we had them apart. Knees into the chest one more time. We're gently going to just rock and roll up to come up to a seated position. Excellent. So then we want to take our legs wide out into a straddle pose so we can come to the long side of our mat. Let's bend in our left knee, tucking the sole of the foot into the inner thigh. Inhaling, lifting our arms up above our head, reaching nice and long. And then gently leaning over to the right hand side. The other arm, the left arm can go on top of the the right arm can go on top of the left knee. Breathing here. Feeling that stretch all down the left side body. Inhaling, calming back up to center. Planting that left hand just by our hip. And inhaling, lifting up our arm and our hip and our pelvis. Go all the way up to the sky. Just doing a really gentle back bend here. Opening out. Circling the arm. 1, 2, 3, and calming to sit back down. Let's take it over to our side bend. Inhaling, lifting up, lifting up our pelvis and our hips up to the sky into our gentle back bend. Again, circling the arm. 1, 2, 3, calming to sit back down. Leaning over to our side bend, breathing into all the space we're creating in the body. And last one here, planting our hand down by our hip, lifting up hips and pelvis to the sky, opening across the chest, circling that arm. 2 and 3, sitting back down. Super. From here, we want to make sure we're nice and grounded into our sit bone, spine super long. We're gently going to turn the torso to face that left leg, the right leg, the leg that's straight out in front of us. Inhaling, lifting our arms up to the sky and gently folding it over to that long leg. Flexing the toe. Again, not worrying if we don't touch the foot. We can just gently place our hands on top of our thighs. We can place our hands on top of our shins, around our calf, ankle. And if it's available in your body, then grabbing hold of the foot. Want to keep that spine nice and long. So imagining we have a light shining through from our heart. We're not rounding and tucking our chin into our chest. Breathing here. One more breath, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. Excellent. Walking our hands back up to our body, calming to face the front. Let's take both legs out long into this nice wide straddle position. Inhaling, lifting our arms up to the sky. Let's clasp both hands together and just take a bit of a wrist stretch just above our head. Just getting into all of our joints within our body, waking us all up today, giving us that little bit boost of energy we need to continue with our day. Okay, taking our hands up long, releasing the fingers, and exhaling, just folding down towards the floor. Again, really not worrying where we land. We don't need to get our belly, our chest down onto the floor. Only super flexible people are able to do that, so don't panic at all if you're unable to do that. Even if you just have your fingertips out in front of you, that's perfectly fine. If you want to make this really, really relaxing, then grab a cushion and just put your cushion just underneath so you can rest down into the cushion. Making sure we're flexing the feet here, rotating our inner thighs up towards the ceiling. I quite like to put my elbows onto the ground if that's available, and then turn the palms up so we have the palms facing up in a sign of surrender. So we're not forcing into the posture here, we're just letting our body just gently, slowly open up. Using our breath. So on the inhale, we're creating all that space, getting the spine nice and long. And exhale, just gently folding from the hips. Excellent. One more breath here. And gently walking ourselves back upright. And we're going to take it to the other side. So we're bending in the right knee. The sole of the foot comes to the inner thigh. Inhaling, arms go up nice and long, reaching out from both sides. And gently taking it over into our side bend on the left-hand side. With our opposite arm, we can just rest our hand gently on the other knee or down in front of us or even on our outstretched leg, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Breathing into that stretch. Inhaling, coming back up to center, planting that hand down by the knee, lifting up the hips and the pelvis into that gentle back bend. Circling the arm, 1, 2, and 3. Coming to sit back down. Let's take it over to the side bend. Breathing here. Flexing that foot. Inhaling. Planting the hand down, up into our gentle back bend. 1, 2, 3 arm circles. Sitting back down. Inhaling up. Reaching over. Coming back to center. Planting the hand down by our hip for the last time. Opening up that chest and that heart space. Circling the arm, 1, 2, and 3. Coming to sit back down. This time we're going to take both. So bringing, inhaling, lifting up our arms up towards the sky, and we're gently rotating our torso towards that long leg. Inhaling to lengthen and exhaling just to fold gently over that other leg. That long leg out in front of us. Keeping that foot flexed. Now you might find one side is much more flexible than the other. This is definitely my tighter side. So I'm just gently releasing my hands down to the sides of the calf. I'm not reaching towards that foot because I know if I reach towards that foot, my shoulders are going to hunch and my spine is going to round and we're going to lose the effect of the posture. In this wide straddle Janu Sirsasana. Breathing here, feeling that lengthening all across the left side body, the right side body, sorry. Gosh, my lefts and rights today, you can tell I'm tired, huh? Woof, crazy. Breathing here. One more breath. And coming back up to center, back down. This time we're going to take both soles of the feet to join in front of us. And we want to gently open up the soles of the feet as if we're opening up the pages of our book. So we've got our knees bent in this butterfly position. Lengthening the spine up towards the sky, relaxing the shoulders down. And we want to gently lean forward. We really want to make sure that we're shining that from our heart. Keeping our spine nice and straight. We can apply a gentle bit of pressure with our elbows on the top of our knees just to help us open up that lid a bit more. A few breaths here. Excellent. One more breath. And gently walking our hands back up to come sit upright to your comfortable seated position. Let's just take a few spinal rolls here. So leaning forward over our knees, rounding back with the spine. Feeling the difference of those small movements we've done today. Just seeing how our body, our mind, and our soul feel just after these few simple postures. Excellent. Let's come back into center. Let's take our hands, palms together in front of our heart center. Relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. Taking a few breaths here. Let's inhale through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. A nice nice big sigh. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. The last one. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. Gently blinking open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today in this short but hopefully sweet practice. Just showing how very few simple moves can really make a difference on those days when you're really just very tired and you kind of can't really be bothered to do much. But just taking 5, 10, 15 minutes out of your day can make a really big difference. Thanks again, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.